one thing I just think I can point out here is the Warriors being this good at this point. It still doesn't make sense in my brain. Like I feel
Why?
like the fact that if you just look at their lineup, like okay, Curry is probably a top 5 player, right? So that's like
Yeah.
still solid, still one of the best players in the NBA. Then you have Clay, who's definitely not better than he was a few years ago. I mean, you could say he's the same, but even that's not probably true. He had to deal with 2 of the worst injuries in basketball for 2 straight years without even being able to play. So he's probably a little bit worse than he
Yeah, he
was when they were
is.
going to the finals every year. So that's him on the decline. Then there's small forward Wiggins. I mean,
He was an
sure,
all-star
okay,
starter
he's
this
fine,
year.
but
He's good.
I know, and it still doesn't make sense to me. Like I'll acknowledge that he's
Well,
good,
look
and
at
I
the
realize that he's good.
look at the Western Conference. I mean, the only true threat to them, if you really look at it, was the Suns, and the Suns blew it because they have CP0. Do you actually think Utah or like the Mavs would actually beat the Warriors in a playoff series, or the Grizzlies? The Grizzlies lost. It was just the Warriors and Suns. There was a two horse race in the West all year.
I guess I don't know. Maybe we're overrating the Warriors then. If I'm breaking this down, like okay, their power forward's Draymond. I get he
He's
does everything
good.
else, but he can't score. He's a
He
brick. He
scored
scores
scored
5 points a game.
he scored like 10 last game though. But yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. It's
And
just
their
they have
center's Looney. I
experience.
mean, he's replaceable.
He dropped 21 in game 3. That was or
Like their
game
lineup
two.
just is not that good.
Yeah, I think it's the best 5 man lineup in the NBA. You forgot about Jordan Poole, who almost averages 20 and plays exactly like Steph Curry. They have 2 Currys on their team if
Okay,
you
I
think
mean, okay,
about
take
it.
out Looney and put him in there. I move Draymond to center. I mean, okay, still.
Well, look how bad
Like
the other
I just
team's
feel like
lineups
maybe we might
are.
be overrating them.
No, but look at the other team's lineups. Like, I don't know, like Grant Williams starts for the Celtics, like, or does he? I don't even know. But like the Celtics 5 man lineup, best players aren't better than that. Neither is the Heat. I mean, maybe the Heat's close, but like they have Jimmy Butler. It's not Steph Curry, so they can't just score like 10 points in 2 minutes. And the Mavs have Kleber and just memes like Bertans on their team. And the
Yeah.
Grizzlies, who they beat, obviously. I mean, Desmond Bain, these are nice players, but it's not Klay Thompson and like, I don't know, Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is probably better than Desmond Bain, in my opinion. I think you're
Bane might be
underestimating the
better than Clay.
Warriors. I don't think so. I'd say they're about the same, but I think Poole's probably better than both of them right now.
No, he definitely is better than both of them.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah, I go back and forth on it.
and the Warriors also play great defense. It's not even like they're off when their offense is struggling. They're still one of the best defensive teams, led by Draymond and Wiggins. Wiggins has played pretty good defense on Luca for what he's been able to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I acknowledge that Wiggins is decent, but
It's just
it
Harrison
still doesn't make
Barnes.
sense to me that he's
He's just playing the Harrison Barnes role. If you think about it, on those teams that
yeah, but
made the finals.
Both Clay and Draymond are way worse than they were then.
All right, I wouldn't say
That's
like
my point.
how much worse do you think? 50% worse? Like I think 25% worse.
Draymond might be 50% worse than he
But
was.
no, his
Like he was scoring
offense.
50, he would
Yes,
get triple doubles
yes,
almost every game then.
yes. But his defense is still the same. I feel like his offense is definitely 50% worse. And
Yeah,
then
Clay's
Clay's
20%
shooting's still there. I mean, he's just a step.
worse.
Clay's just a step slower. I mean, his defense is definitely worse, but his shooting is like you don't lose your shooting unless
Right,
you're
his
Markel
defense is much
Fultz.
worse than it was.
Yeah, but you don't lose your shooting unless you're Markel Fultz. I don't know. Like the NBA, there's really not that many
I don't know.
great
We'll
teams this year if
see.
you really look at it. Every good team
Yeah, it
had a
was a wide
problem
open
with
field the whole
them.
time. The
Yeah,
whole
like
season
every
was.
think about it. Every great team had an issue with them. The Warriors, you could say their injuries because we didn't know when like Curry was hurt for a month. We don't know how good Clay was gonna be, and all blah blah blah. The Suns had 38-year-old Chris Paul playing point guard in the playoffs and known for choking. The Nets have their whole fiasco going. They have no chemistry. KD and Kyrie don't play every time together. The Sixers have James Harden, who's on his last legs. The Bucks, Middleton injury. I mean, every team had some problems to try to overcome, and the Warriors were just the best at it, I guess you could say.